It's been about 2 weeks since The Last of Us came out, which means you've had plenty of time to finish this gripping, character-driven adventure through a bleak, post-pandemic world. If you haven't beaten it, immediately reassess your life priorities. If you have, you should turn your attentions to the competitive multiplayer mode called Faction.
One less straggler.
Far from a tacked-on checklist inclusion, Factions is tense, brutal, and very enjoyable. And to help you survive, or at least not die as much, we've prepared a handy-dandy starter guide. So here's the deal. You start by picking a faction. The survival of the fittest hunters, or the we must restore society fireflies. Then you face off in 4-player teams against your rival faction in one of 2 modes. Supply Raid gives your team a stock of 20 lives, whereas Survivor Mode is a series of rounds with no respawning. Both are basically team deathmatch, and you earn parts for killing enemies, helping allies, scavenging stuff, and crafting items. You can use these parts as currency during matches to upgrade your weapons, resupply ammo, equip armor, or buy a more powerful gun. At the end of the match, your total earned points are converted to supplies. Supplies do 2 important things. Number 1, they unlock guns, survival skills, and purchasable weapons for your custom loadouts. The unlock progression is a linear path, so you can't choose what you unlock, only what you put in your loadouts. Number 2, supplies sustain and grow your virtual clan. Now, this isn't a clan in traditional video game terminology. In post-pandemic tribal society, every player is the leader of their own clan. A big clan appears to increase your rate of accrual for one-time boosters that, say, give you more starting ammo or help you find more parts in a given match. But that also means a lot of mouths to feed, so you'd better bring home the supplies or prepare to see some sick and hungry little dots on your clan radar. Now, I'm generally not into social media-ing my video game experiences, but importing my Facebook friends into my clan made it immensely more interesting. Not only does the game make up survival-related tasks for your friends to perform, like sharpening arrows, repairing the north fence, or making moonshine, it also adds a bit more urgency to the action. If you play recklessly and fail to provide, your college roommate might take sick, or your coworker might die. This extra connection takes a pretty basic system and elevates it to something that actually kinda motivates you. So how do you keep your cousins from succumbing to dysentery? Here are a few tips. Listen mode from the campaign is still active here, but take it with a grain of salt. You're vulnerable when you're just squatting there listening really hard, and the covert training skill can let your enemies evade detection. Still, finding foes in listen mode can save your bacon, which may actually be made from raccoons, given your clan's hunting efforts. Running with the L2 trigger makes you show up as a big honkin' red dot on your enemy's radar, so use it sparingly. And if you see an enemy, click the right stick to mark them for your allies. Knowing is half the battle. Crafting is another half, so open those toolboxes when you can. Nail bombs are good for clustered enemies, better for laying proximity traps. Molotovs kill instantly on direct hit, and the splash damage is great for burning enemies behind cover. Smoke grenades deter ranged fire, which may not seem that cool, but anyone caught in the blast will be stunned for a few seconds. If you've got a shiv or a melee weapon, sprint in there and earn yourself an easy kill. Just don't rush in too early and stun yourself. Embarrassing. And be sure to upgrade your melee weapon as soon as you can. Spiky 2x4 beats normal 2x4 any day. Upgrade your guns as well. You can do this while waiting to respawn, but you can also do it on the fly and reap the rewards right away. Just open the crafting menu and press R1. Faster and more accurate weaponry usually wins, but even more important is armor, which lets you survive 50% more damage. Buy it. So if knowing is half the battle, crafting is half, buying stuff is another half, and actually shooting dudes is probably like 2 halves, then sticking with teammates is the final half. Stick with teammates. More shooters means better odds, and allies can revive you to keep you in the game and save crucial respawns. Be careful not to rush to a downed ally before ensuring the area is clear though, or you'll just make it worse. And don't choose to execute downed enemies before reviving your teammates. It's stupid, selfish, and your mother would be ashamed, and just look how freaking long it takes. Finally, if you can weather some bad music, inane chatter, and occasional bong rips, get on the headset. A talkative team is a strong team.
Coming for you guys.
We're going upstairs.
Smoke out!
Thanks, River Dog. We kind of, I got them heal up. I have to make a Molotov, though.
There are plenty of finer points of strategy to help you thrive in Factions multiplayer, but we'll leave those to you folks to share in the comments. Preferred gun? Favorite loadout items? Tactical tips? Chime in below, and good luck out there. Thanks for watching.